Good morning, students. Welcome to the class today. Now we are going to see lesson 3 Early Tamil Society and Culture. In this lesson, the learning objectives are Tamil literary, archaeological, epigraphic, and non Tamil text sources for the study of the early Tamil society. Second, Tinai based life in the society. Next, literature, polity, society, economy, and urbanization during the period. This lesson, Tamil civilization, as we have seen, begins at least 3 centuries before the Common Era. As seafaring people, Tamil traders and sailors established commercial and cultural links across the seas, and merchants from foreign territories also visited the Tamil region. The resulting cultural and mercantile activities and internal developments led to urbanization in this region. Towns, ports were emerged. Coins and currency came into circulation. Written documents were produced. The Tamil Brahmi script was adopted to write the Tamil language. Classical Tamil poems were composed. What are the sources for the study of early Tamil society? The sources are first one, classical Tamil literature, epigraphy, that is inscription, archaeological excavations and material culture, non-Tamil and foreign literature. Now we study classical Tamil literature. The classical Sangam corpus means collection, consists of the Tolkappiyam, the Padinan Melkanakku and Padinan Keelkanakku and the 5 epics. Tolkappiyam. Tolkappiyam was written by Tolkappiyar, earliest Tamil grammar book. Apart from elaborating the rules of grammar, the third section of Tolkappiyam also describes poetic conventions that provide information on Tamil social life. The text of Padinan Melkanakku include Pattupaattu and Ettutogai. The Ettutogai are Natrinai, Kuruntogai, Paripadal, Paditruppattu, Ainkurunooru, Kalittogai, Agananooru and Purananooru. Pattupaattu or 10 Idlis collection includes 10 long songs. What are they? They are Tirumurugaatrupadai, Porunaraatrupadai, Perumbaanaatrupadai, Sirubaanaatrupadai, Mullaipaattu, Nedunalvadai, Madurai Kanji, Kurinchipattu, Pattinappalai, Malai Padukadam. These are all Padinan Melkanakku. Next, Padinan Keelkanakku. The Padinan Keelkanakku comprises 18 texts elaborating on ethics and morals. The preeminent work among these is the Tirukkural, composed by Thiruvalluvar in 1330 couplets. Tirukkural considers questions of morality, statecraft and love. The 5 epics. What are the 5 epics? Kappiyams. Silappatikaram, Manimekalai, Sivaga Chintamani, Valayapati and Kundalakesi. Next one is epigraphy. Epigraphy is the study of inscriptions. Inscriptions are documents scripted on stone, copper plates and other media such as coins, rings, etc. The development of script marks the beginning of the historical period. Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. Tamil Brahmi inscriptions have been found in more than 30 sites in Tamil Nadu, mostly on cave surfaces and rock shelters. These caves were the abodes of monks, mostly Jaina monks. The natural caves were converted into residence by cutting a drip line to keep rainwater away from the cave. Inscriptions often occur below such drip lines. The sites have smooth stone beds carved on a rock surface for monks who led a simple life and lived in these shelters. Merchants and kings converted these natural formations as habitation for monks who had renounced worldly life. Mangulam, Muttupatti, Pugalur, Arachalur and Jambai are some of the major sites of such caves with Tamil Brahmin inscriptions. Around Madurai, many such caves with Tamil Brahmi inscriptions can still be seen. Many of them are located along ancient trade routes. Then, hero stones. Hero stones are memorials erected for those who lost their lives in the battles and in cattle raids. as cattle were considered an important source of wealth. Raiding cattle owned by adjoining tribes and clans was common practice in a pastoral society. During the Sangam age, the Mullai landscape followed a pastoral way of life. Tribal chieftains plundered the cattle wealth of enemies whose warriors fought to protect their cattle. Many warriors died in such battles and were remembered as martyrs. Memorial stones were erected in their honor. Sangam literature vividly portrays these battles and clashes and describes such hero stones as objects of worship. Tolkappiyam describes the procedures for erecting hero stones. Hero stones of the Sangam age with Tamil Brahmi inscriptions can be found at Puliyamkompai and Tatapatti in Theni district and Pudukkottai district. Those of the Sangam age discovered till now do not have images on sculptures. Hero stones of the past Sangam age and the Pallava period occur in large numbers in pastoral regions, especially around the Chengam region near Tiruvannamalai district. These hero stones have inscriptions and the images of warriors and names of heroes. In Puliyamkombai hero stone. Puliyamkombai is a village in the Vaigai river valley in Theni district. In 2006, rare hero stone inscriptions in Tamil Brahmi script were discovered in this village. One of the inscriptions from Puliyamkombai reads, Kudalur Akol Pedu Tian Andavan Kal. It means the stone of Tian Andavan who was killed in a cattle raid at the village of Kudalur. Then inscriptions. Pottery vessels from the early historic period have names of people engraved on them in Tamil Brahmi script. Potsherds have been discovered in Arikemedu, Alankulam, Kodumanal, Keeladi and many other sites in Tamil Nadu. Pottery inscribed with names in Tamil Brahmi script have also been found in Berenik and Qasir al-Qadim in Egypt and in Khor Rori in Oman, indicating that early Tamils had trade contacts with the West Asia and along the Red Sea coast. People etched their names on pottery to indicate ownership. Many of the names are in Tamil while some are in Prakrit. What is Prakrit? Prakrit was the language used by the common people in the northern part of India during the Mauryan period. Then archaeological sites. Archaeological excavation refers to systematically digging a site to recover material evidence for exploring and interpreting societies of the past. Archaeological excavations at the early historic sites are the source of evidence of the activities of the Sangam age people. Excavations at Arikemedu, Alankulam, Urayur, Kanchipuram, Kaveri Poopattinam, Korkai, Vasavasamudram, Keeladi, Kodumanal in Tamil Nadu and Pattanam in Kerala provide the evidence we have of this period. Arikemedu near Puducherry is a Sangam age port excavated by the Archaeological Survey of India, that is ASI. British archaeologist Robert Eric Mortimer Wheeler, then French archaeologist J.M. Cassel and Indian archaeologist A. Ghosh and Krishnadeva excavated this site. They found evidence of a planned town, warehouse, streets, tanks and ring wells. Then the Archaeological Survey of India, that is ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. This is a central government agency that manages archaeological sites and monuments in India. The government of Tamil Nadu has its own department for archaeology called the Tamil Nadu State Department of Archaeology. The Indian Treasure Trove Act 1878, the Antiquities and Art Treasures Act in 1972, the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1958, or legislation related to the preservation of archaeological remains. Next one is material culture. Archaeologists have found evidence of brick structures and industrial activities, as well as artifacts such as beads, bangles, camos, intaglios, and other materials in these sites. Tamil Brahmi inscriptions on pottery and coins have also been unearthed. Evidences of the various arts, crafts, and industries together help us reconstruct the way of life of people of those times. From this, we learn and understood how they might have lived. Cameo, that means an ornament made in precious stone where images are carved on the surface. Intaglio, an ornament in which images are carved as recesses below the surface. Then coins. Coins as a medium of exchange were introduced for the first time in the Sangam age. The coins of the Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas, punch-marked coins, and Roman coins form another important source of evidence from the Sangam age. Punch-marked coins have been found in Kodumanal and Bodinayakanur. Roman coins are concentrated in the Coimbatore region and are found in Alangulam, Karur, Madurai. They were used as bullion for their metal value as ornaments. What is bullion? It means a precious metal available in the form of ingots. Punch-marked coins are the earliest coins used in India. They are mostly made of silver and have numerous symbols punched on them. Hence, they are known as punch-marked coins. Next one's non-Tamil sources. Non-Tamil literary sources are also offering information on early Tamil society. The presence of non-Tamil sources reveals the extensive contacts and interactions of the early Tamil society with the outside world. Arthasastra. First one is Arthasastra. It is a classic work on economy and statecraft authored by Kautilya during the Mauryan period. Mahavamsa. Mahavamsa, the Sri Lankan Buddhist chronicle composed in the Pali language, mentions the merchants and horse traders from Tamil Nadu and South India. Periplus and Erythraean Sea. Periplus of Erythraean Sea is an ancient Greek text whose author is not known. The term periplus means navigational guide used by sailors. Pliny's natural history. Pliny the Elder was a Roman who wrote the natural history written in Latin. It is a text on the natural wealth of the Roman Empire. Pliny speaks about the pepper trade with India. He states that it looks 40 days to reach India from Ochelis near northeast Africa if the southwest monsoon wind was favorable. He also mentions that the Pandyas of Madurai controlled the port of Tikar on the Kerala coast. Then Ptolemy's geography. Ptolemy's geography is a gazetteer and atlas of Roman times providing geographical details of the Roman Empire in the 2nd century AD. Kaveri Pumpattinam, Korkai, Kanyakumari and Musiri are some of the places mentioned in his geography. Then Peutingerian table. It is an illustrated map of the Roman roads. It shows the areas of ancient Tamilagam and the port of Musiris. Then Vienna Papyrus. Vienna Papyrus, a great document datable to the 2nd century AD, mentions Musiri's trade of olden days. It is in the Papyrus Museum attached to the Austrian National Library, Vienna. It consists of a written agreement between traders and mentions the name of a ship, Hermopolis, and it lists articles of export such as pepper and ivory that were shipped from India to the Roman Empire. Papyrus. Papyrus, a paper produced out of the papyrus plant used extensively for writing purposes in the ancient Egypt. Okay students, next class we will detailed study about Sangam age. Thank you students.